Hey, this is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and that is something I haven't said in probably about 7 or 8 months, but today we're going to be opening up the Alienware Alpha. This is going to be the brand new PC that just released about 3 days ago, 4 days ago I guess. Comes with an Xbox 360 controller. It's a gaming PC console, I guess. This is actually going to be the first time I've ever done any type of gaming on the PC outside of playing Final Fantasy XI. And I actually bought this so I can play Arma 3, so hopefully I'll be able to play it with the controller. If not, I guess I'll have to figure out the mouse and the keyboard. But let's go ahead and get this thing cracked open and see what we got inside of here. So it looks like we got just some pamphlets, information, quick start guide. Now, from what I've read about this, the console actually has like a gaming side and a PC side. And I also bought it so that I can edit the toy videos on this as well, which it should run Sony Vegas without any problems. Here is the Xbox 360 controller minus the batteries, and oh, there's the batteries right there. Actually, I'm over here knocking them for not including the batteries, but here's the batteries, and they actually used a name brand Duracell, so it's not the mom and pop cheap knockoff batteries. There's your little wireless dongle for the controller. And let's see if we can get this. These are the cords here. Got your classic silica gel packet to keep things nice and fresh in case you want to eat it. And here is the power adapter. It's a little dusty. I guess that's okay. It's just a little dust. I was getting a little worried there when I first saw it. I thought it might have been mold, but it's just dust. Let's get this PC out of here. So here is the Alpha. And there's a look at the front. As you can see, it's got the little alien button right there. Got the plastic on here. Actually, let's get this plastic off. So here's a better look at it without the plastic. As you can see, it's got 2 USB ports on the front. And here we got the back. We got a couple HDMIs, one for the TV, one for the, I guess, Dell monitor that I bought back there. Got your Ethernet. And I guess these two, I'm assuming those are USB, and that looks like an S cable, maybe. So, you know, I didn't really do a lot of research on it. All I know is it's gonna play Arma pretty well. Now that we got everything out of the box, you know, I was originally intending on just ending the video here, just opening it up, showing it to you, but I think what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and plug everything up to both my TV and this monitor in my room, and then I'm gonna show you guys the actual system running so that you can get kind of a better idea of what this thing does and what it is. Alright, so as you can see, we got this thing booted up. It's got the little Alienware face right there, and it's got the little blue triangle, which almost looks like there's a hole in there, but there is the system powered on. And here we have it on the TV. It's asking for some information, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this entered in there, and then we'll see what happens once it's booted up. And for those of you that haven't been keeping up with my toy channel, this is my new dog right here, and she is just absolutely wiped out because it is getting pretty late. It's actually almost 11 o'clock. But here we go. This is the main screen. Once you've entered your information, you have console mode or desktop mode. It says do not unplug or power off. Launch console mode to play games. Launch desktop mode by selecting with your mouse to use your Alpha as a desktop computer. So let's select console mode. And I do have the mouse plugged in. I'm looking for the cursor. Right there it is. Alright, so I guess console user registration. I guess I'm gonna have to enter my password here. So I just finished entering my password and it had to reboot. And I'm sorry if I sound a little tired. This chair right here, man, I had to like bend time and space to get that thing put together. That chair wore me out. Like I really had to bend pieces of metal to get that thing put together. Alright, so finally it has finished booting. It says checking for updates. Please download the latest update. So even though this thing just came out, we're gonna have to do an update. And as you can see, I'm gonna be using my nifty Xbox controller, and I think you can set this whole thing up with just the controller. So you don't even need a mouse or a keyboard. Set your TV resolution. Of course, we have 1080. So on this menu, basically, I was able to well, it's not letting me go back. Okay, here we go. So you set your TV's resolution, you can scale it to fit your TV screen, which it looks like it's fitting just fine. but just for kicks, we'll take a look at this real quick. So as you can see, it's got the little arrows right here in the corners. So it's already, seems like it's already good to go. And then you can choose your audio output, which you have an option of HDMI or optical. And I was wrong about that S cable on the back. That's actually where you plug in the power source. That's no S cable on the back. And then, okay, so we've already finished updating and it just needs to install. And I just noticed install is actually cut off just a little bit, so I guess I will have to eventually go back and scale it just a little bit down. Alright, so we're still doing the updates and installs and it's taken a long time. Okay, so here we go. Finally, you have an option to launch Steam, settings, help, or power. Now if you look right here, it says launch system by pressing the left trigger, left bumper, right trigger, right bumper, plus guide button. Now going back to the screen fit right here, as you can see it says frequently this option is called scale, view mode, scan, blah blah blah. Well, you're not actually scaling the screen from the computer, you need to scale your television to fit the computer screen. And luckily I was able to go into my aspect ratio and there was an option in there for screen fit. But some TVs, and I know this for a fact, some TVs are not going to have that option. So you know, that's kind of something you might want to keep in mind if you're going to pick this thing up, because if your TV does not have those options to adjust to the size of the computer screen, then that could be a problem if you're wanting to play games on your TV. So moving on, let's go ahead and go back out of this and we're going to launch Steam. And I'm just going to show you guys this in real time. Now, some of you are probably looking at this photo back there. That's actually Nicolas Cage autographed that for me. It says, "To Jason, best wishes, Nicolas Cage." I think I got that maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago. It was whenever the Face Off movie came out, and I've always kept that on my wall. But here we go. Welcome to Steam. So this is your main hub of where you're going to be playing your games. And you know, you guys are gonna think this is crazy, but I don't have a Steam account. I've never even used Steam because, once again, I have never done any type of PC gaming other than Final Fantasy XI Online. So this is all kind of new to me. I'm trying to record this at an angle that doesn't have a glare from the TV, but here is the Steam store running on the Alienware alpha, and as you can see, there's plenty of games in here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to press the X button to search, and we're going to search for Arma. And as you can see, it pulled up all the Arma games. There's Arma 3, Arma 2, and Arma 3, of course, once again, is the reason why I bought this system, because I really want to play this game. And so as you can see, it shows you some pictures of the game. It's a war game for those of you that aren't familiar with it. And here's some of the other details. Now, if you're wondering about the system specs on the Alienware Alpha, I'll put a link in the description instead of trying to just ramble on about stuff I don't know about. I'll put a link in the description for those of you that want to get the specs on it. But we're going to go ahead and pick this thing up. Now, if you're like me and you're brand new to Steam and gaming and all that stuff on the PC, just to let you guys know real quick, PayPal is an option that you can use, so you don't have to have like a major credit card or anything like that. If you wanted to pick up the Alienware and play these games on Steam, you can do that using PayPal, which is actually how I'm going to end up paying for this. So after I bought Arma, I went to my library to go ahead and download it, and then I noticed that there's actually these other games in here, so I assume that you get these for free. I know Payday 2 comes with it. In fact, it says on their website that you get Payday 2 with the Alienware Alpha, but it looks like you get these other games too. I'm actually downloading them, and I don't think they're a trial, but somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but tomorrow I'll probably have a better answer for you once some of this stuff's actually downloaded. But I'll be sure to put in the description if these are free or not, but I think they are free. And as you can see, the first game's actually almost finished downloading. I went ahead and downloaded this one first because it was the smallest game out of the group, so maybe we can check this out real quick. Also, I want to show you guys down here in the corner where my little finger is right here, it says left bumper web. So if you press the left bumper, you can pull up different stuff on the web like Google, YouTube, all that good stuff, and it loads really fast. And just to give you guys kind of an example of what it looks like on here, let's type in my toy channel, or our toy channel, and as you can see, the cursor is like massive. I mean, it's just huge. So this is actually my real channel now. For those of you that have never visited it, it is DCTC, Disney Cars Toy Club. It's me, Sick, and the nice woman right there in the video, Amy. And we have 1 million subscribers over there. And if you haven't gone over there, these are my videos right here. This is the Play-Doh surprise toy eggs. That's where most of my videos are. And right here, the blind box unboxing. These are all my videos. So if you're interested in any type of like collectibles, blind boxes, anything like that, you gotta swing by and just take a look at it. Alright, so here we go. I got the game booted up. Here's what it looks like. It's a little choppy, it seems like. It doesn't seem like it's running that smooth, but it could just be the game. I don't know. Maybe the game just looks like that. It just looks like it's kind of jittery a little bit. I just want to point out real quick that I am using the 360 controller to play right now, so it is working just fine with the 360 controller. But again, these are the games that I'm assuming they're giving to you that probably work really well with the controller. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of games in the Steam library that aren't going to work very well with the controller. Now, another thing I want to point out here, when you press the middle button here by itself, it launches this. It says links and more, downloadable content, game hub page, game forums, related groups, view CD key, support, review this game, and exit game. Now, if you do what the other screen said, if you hold down all the bumpers and then press the middle button, it brings up this menu. You can relaunch the alpha UI. You can restart console or switch to HDMI. So we're gonna relaunch the alpha UI. And as you could hear in the background, it was actually starting the YouTube video that I had loaded up. I'm not really sure why it was starting to play all of a sudden. But here's the options, and you know, I haven't quite figured out how to switch it from console to the desktop mode outside of that one screen that was asking it. So maybe we will, let's see. Okay, so if you go to the power option, you have an option to sleep, restart, shut down, or go to desktop. Simple enough. And then here is the actual desktop itself. It's got the really cool alien in the middle. Once again, controller does nothing, so you're gonna have to have a keyboard and a mouse to use the desktop side of it. You can probably get away with just having the controller for the gaming console, but for this part you're going to need a mouse and a keyboard, I'm pretty certain. And it's got the you guys can't see it down in the bottom here, but it's got Internet Explorer, the folder, and then the little green shop. You know, I'm not that used to Windows 8 just yet, so I pretty much got the hang of everything that this has to offer, I think. But one thing I haven't figured out yet is I haven't figured out how to switch from HDMI 1 to 2, so I can switch from the TV to the PC monitor that I bought. So I'll have to figure that out tomorrow, because it's getting really late. It's almost midnight. So I couldn't end the video without showing you guys. Here's Arma 3 booted up on the Alienware Alpha. Here's my Xbox 360 controller, and as you can see, it's working just fine with the controller. However, this game has so many controls that you're still gonna, I think you're gonna need to use the keyboard and the mouse even with the controller. So you can kind of move around and fire and do all that stuff, but when you need to check like your compass or something like that, I don't think you can assign it to the buttons on the controller. If you can, I can't figure out how to do it, but you can do a lot with the controller. Like you can pull up your map with the right bumper, the left bumper is going to pull up your supports, or the right trigger right there is going to fire. This is like a zoom. You know, just pulling up the map, for example, like the controller is not moving the actual map around, so that's kind of where you need your mouse. Like right here, I'm kind of controlling this with the mouse right now. So again, I think you can't just rely completely on the controller, but it does work, and it's gonna do what I really want it to do. I'm not gonna be running around with the keyboard or the mouse with my player. So that was the main thing for me. But I am very happy that I got this up and running and working pretty easily without too much effort. Now, the hard part's just gonna be figuring this game out, because I haven't I've never played it, and it seems like it's going to be pretty intense and somewhat complicated. But as you can see from the graphics, I mean, it's running really smoothly. And this is a game that I guess it does need a little bit more processing power than most other games. I mean, you need somewhat of a decent computer to run this one, and for the most part it's running really smooth. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is Zero at ReviewZoneHD, and as always, thanks for stopping by.